Yo, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Clutch Conversations, man. Episode 15. Hey, bro, it was some good games today. But before we get into the games, man, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell everybody about Clutch Conversations. Hey, I do want to say I might include the clip. Your boy Shannon Sharp gave me some good advice. He gave me great advice, bro. And I just want to say, I don't know if they're gonna see this or not. I just want to tell them thank you because they didn't even have to respond, And I take heed to the advice you gave me. You and Ocho, the whole nightcap family. I really appreciate y'all. Really do. Just giving me the time of day, just responding, giving me advice. To just how to get better, bro. And I thank y'all, and best believe I am grinding. So let's go ahead and get right into the game that just went off. Man. The Washington Commanders beat the Falcons 30-24 in overtime. And bro, this was a good game. I ain't gonna lie. The Falcons, they start off hot. First half, they ended 17-7. You watching this game, the Commanders, first half, they couldn't do nothing. Bijan really opened the game up for the Falcons. Bijan got the game going, and that kind of got Penix a little more comfortable. But he was kind of struggling tonight too. The penalties was really killing the Commanders in the first half, and low-key killed them a little bit in the second half too. But because they really should have lost this game, bro would hit that field goal just a little. He had a little more leg. That would have been game. But I am going to get into the stats right quick. We got my boy. We're going to start the winners. Jaden Daniels, 24 for 36, 227, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. He had 16 carries, 127 yards. That boy is baby Lamar. He might be as shifty and all that, but yeah, he played like a baby Lamar. Brian Robinson Jr., 13 carries, 60 yards. And Zacchaeus, he was going crazy. And he had that drop late in the fourth. And that could have put the game away too for them. They was moving the ball well in that second half, bro. Zach Ertz, 6 for 72, 2 tuds. And that's really all I'm gonna talk about with the stats for this side. Things I liked about the Commanders. All right. The first drive, they came out hot. Scored on the first drive, but they fizzled out early or in that first half. After that, they couldn't get nothing else. They would get penalties. I mean, they have to stop. How many penalties did they have? They had 13 penalties, bro, for 108 yards. The penalties this game for them was crazy. That's a whole football field, So they gotta stop with the penalties, bro. Got to, because you play against a better team, you lose this game. 100%, you lose this game because the penalties they were good enough to overcome them penalties, but you got to stop with the penalties. Number 76. The game was, if they would have scored on that last drive in late in the fourth quarter on that drive, number 76, bro, you got the same penalty on the same play twice. The play happened a little earlier, but bro, you cannot hold. He held and the touchdown was gone. The game would have been over. It was a 2-score game. They would have got that touchdown. So the penalties, they can't put themselves in bad situations with these penalties. They did clinch a playoff spot, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure they clinched the playoff spot with this win. I'm pretty sure I just seen that. But yeah, they clinched a playoff spot. Yeah, I was right. Playoff berth. So now I talked about things I like, and things I just didn't like from the Commanders was A, the penalties, 2, the secondary. I don't know who was on Drake London, but in that fourth, he was cooking. I'm talking about out routes and routes. You want it, however you want it, how you want it, have it your way. That's what he was doing. And Penix, man, we're gonna talk about them. We're gonna stick to the Commanders. Yeah, they got the secondary, man. Like I said, you play a better team, you lose this game. Because he was getting, whoever he was getting bait. He was getting cooked. I mean, then you had they came through with a clutch catch. The Falcons did with my boy Kyle Pitts. But the Commanders, you play against you got some tough comp in that division, and it depends. The Washington Commanders' success for the playoffs depends on who they play first. Because if you get a team like the Eagles first, or you get the Lions first, even though they hurt, I don't think they have enough to beat them team, especially that defense. The defense was generating good pressure, but Penix, the O line they picked up in that fourth. They started protecting him a little more. It wasn't by much, but they picked up a little bit. Yeah, and they had 412 yards of total offense, and it was an ugly game. It was an ugly game for them. And like I said, you beat the Falcons because I think you're just a better football team than the Falcons. Now let's talk about the Falcons. Let's talk about Michael Penix Jr. I got a lot to say about him. Right? Yeah. Oh. Well, I'm gonna give one more thing I like about the Commanders. The big playability that Jaden Daniels have with these RPOs. You don't know if he's going to run it. You don't know if he's going to pass it, bro. The big playabilities for the Commanders can really put pressure on secondaries and the front seven. Because if you're a linebacker, you don't want to bite too early on the RPO, because if you bite too early and he pulls it, gone. Then if you don't bite, he hands it off and you go for the quarterback. Brian Robinson, gone. Or if the defense bite down as a whole trying to stop the run, open, touchdown. Or open, big play. And that big playability is amazing. All right. Now let's talk about the Falcons, right? The Falcons had this game won, but like I said, bro missed the field goal, and it was an ugly game for Penix, and he kind of started to ramp it up in the fourth. He was 19 for 35, 223, one tud, one pick. Bijan had a strong first half. I think he ended the first half with 86 yards or 80 something yards, but he finished the game with 90. So the Commanders, kudos to that defense. They really locked in on them, on him that second half. So Michael Penix, right? I have a lot of things to say. Michael Penix flashes he showed this game of how good of a quarterback he can be was amazing. But he's a super raw prospect right now still. And it's just he has some throws I know he wish he had back. Cause he connect on some of them throws, bro. This game is over. I'm telling you, the game is over, bro. You know, and now their chances of making playoffs it's not that high. I think it's like 17, 19% now. And they won, it'd have been 79%, you know. So a lot has to go away for them to make the playoffs now. But he was overthrown. He was overthrown. And third downs, man, they could not get anything on third down. They was 2 for 10 on third down. And you're 2 for 10 on third down, you're not beating a lot of teams. You're not beating a lot of teams. And fourth down efficiency was good. It was 100% 2 for 2. You know, they didn't really have that many penalties as the Commanders did, but it's just he's still super young. I think he's gonna be a good quarterback for the future. Because, like I said, he showed flashes where you like, man, that pass he had to Kyle Pitts in that fourth quarter to tie the game. Man, he threw a dot. He threw a dot. And that 4th and 11 play he had in the fourth when he threw it to Drake London, dot. When he's making throws like that, bro, he's gonna be a dangerous man. But like I said, he has to take better care of the ball. Because one thing I noticed this game, every time he got sacked, it's like the ball just falls out. It slips out. Pause. The ball just falls out every time. So if he take better care of the ball, like I said, he's super young, still super young. He's a rookie. Just give him time. I think he's gonna be fine. But it was a big game for him, and he was 19 for 35. Is that 50? That's less than 50% of his passes, because a lot of them were overthrows, like I said. But hey, I think he's a quarterback for the future, you know. So yeah, and let's talk about Drake London. 7 receptions, 106. He had a big game himself. He was going crazy, like I said. Whoever was on him was getting barbecue chicken with collard greens and mac and cheese on the side. You know, Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts had a drop this game that he should have caught. The throw was a little low. But hey, I mean, if the ball hits your hand, you gotta catch it. You gotta catch it. They're gonna blame you every time if you don't catch that. But like I said, he caught a dot in the end zone. He reeled it in. That was such a good throw by Penix, man. That was probably my favorite throw for him tonight. Really, that was my favorite throw. And it was. I just think the Falcons they're not there yet. They might be a couple players away. Wide receiver room is good though. Wide receiver room is good. The running back room is good. They just need their quarterback to step it up a little more. And he's a rookie. Defensively, I'm not gonna lie. Defensively, my boy AJ Terrell, he was locking shit. I will say he missed a tackle in the end zone. He did. But he didn't play bad. He didn't play that bad tonight. He was locking shit though. He was locking shit. He had Terry McLaurin in a box. But he was locking shit. He was locking. Because Terry McLaurin, he only had one reception for 5 yards. And if I'm the Commanders, you cannot allow teams to take your best guy away. You gotta find Terry McLaurin. You gotta find Scary Terry. Because his big playability to put pressure on the defense and make catch deep balls. Let me stop. Catch deep balls, bro. That makes this team dangerous. And you mix in Zach Ertz, the vet, who caught the overtime pass to seal the win. So I think Terry McLaurin, you gotta get him involved. You have to. You can do like the Vikings did. I don't know if he's really a jet pass type of receiver, but just get him involved in the RPOs. Get him involved. Just let him touch the ball. You have to let him touch the ball so he can get a groove early. So, like I said, Commanders beat the Falcons 30-24. Oh, one stat, one fun fact about Jaden Daniels that I seen. Well, it's not a fun fact. He broke a record. He has the most rushing yards as a quarterback, as a rookie quarterback. He broke RG3's record. I think it was 820 something. Let me see. Let me find it. I could have swore I took a picture of it. Man. Oh, here you go. Yeah, right here. Yeah. 820, I was right. Most rushing yards by a rookie quarterback. 820 yards. The boy is a baby Lamar. Baby Lamar. All right. Let's talk about the game before this one that came on, and I'm super disappointed about because I'm a Packers fan. Green Bay. I'm going to go on a rant before I talk about these stats for this game. We lost 27-25. As big of a Packers fan I am, the Packers have to beat teams consistently that's over 500. Yes, we beat the Seahawks, but Geno Smith was hurt. That was a great win that we got. But just look at the good teams we've played that we've lost to. We lost to the Lions, right? Twice. Ooh, excuse me. We beat the Texans. We beat the Rams. We lose to the Vikings twice. Who else we lost to? We lost to the Eagles. It's like when we play top tier teams, we struggle. Yes, you got the win over the Rams. You got the win over the Texans. The 49ers not the same this year. But if you look at our wins, it's against teams that's not really good. You beat the Colts. You beat the Titans. You're supposed to beat them. You beat the Cardinals. You beat the Jaguars. And you almost lost that one. You beat the Bears by 1. That's a rivalry. You beat the Dolphins. You beat the Saints. So these are teams that's not really your record. You should be beating these teams. You're 11-4 or 11-5 now. So these are games you should win. But if we can't find a way to beat really good teams, we're not winning anything. We're not going to the Super Bowl. And we're not even going to the championship game if we can't find ways to beat good teams consistently. And this game, let me flip my page right quick. This game right here, that first half, we were dog shit. First drive, Josh Jacobs fumble. Right. Well, let me call it stats right quick. Hold up. So I can kind of give y'all, if you didn't watch the game, just let you know what happened. Right. So let me just Slow down. All right. Start a winning team. Sam Darnold, 33 for 43, 377, 3 tuds, 1 pick. Great game. Aaron Jones, 12 carries for 47 yards. Their leading rusher, Justin Jefferson, 8 receptions, 92 yards. Jalen Naylor, who was fucking us up, 5 receptions, 81 yards. Jordan Addison, 6 receptions, 69 yards. TJ Hawkinson, 5 receptions, 68 yards. See how you spread the ball? Spread the ball, you know? All right. Now, let's talk about Jordan Love. 19 for 30, 185. Josh Jacobs, 17 carries, 69 yards, 1 tud. Leader receiver, Romeo Dobbs, 7 receptions, 58 yards. Tucker Craft, 2 receptions, 53 yards. And everybody else. Now, I'm going to clip this. This is my official Green Bay rant. Like I said, we cannot beat teams that's over 500 consistently. We just can't. We can't. We lost to the Vikings twice. You lose to the Lions twice. You lose to the Eagles. Those are teams that are in talks to make a deep playoff run. And if you can't beat them at all, what are we really doing? This team is super talented, but I don't like that O-line could not handle the blitz well. They just can't. And I don't like sometimes the play calling. We try to get all these big plays just back to back to back. When you're down, yes, you become one-dimensional. Yes, you become a pass team. But sometimes you have to take the underneath on blitzes. When someone is blitzing you, you're not going to have the same time to throw the ball 40, 35, 25 yards down the field. You got to take the underneath. You got to take the check down. And that's one problem I have for Jordan Love. Take the check down, please. You have to. You got to. You have to, bro. Take the check down when it's there. And stop throwing off your back foot. Because that's when you start overthrowing people. And that was another problem. You're overthrowing people. I get it. You can do it. It's cool. It's good to look at. But bro, we're not winning with that type of playing style. We're the youngest team in the NFL by far. Well, not by far, but we're the youngest team in the NFL. But I just like our first 4 drives of the game was fumble, punt, field goal, turnover on downs. Like 5th drive, punt. Like, bro. And the defense didn't play too bad, but they have to stop running so much zone. And I know we're running zone simply because we don't have Jair, who's our best man defender. And I don't know if you have anybody you really trust on the island with Justin Jefferson by himself. And I understand that. But you have to start running so much zone because zone has a lot of holes in the coverage. You can't run a cover 2 zone because over top it's going to get beat every time, or it's more prone to corner routes. You can't run cover 3 is a good coverage, but hey, seam routes can kill cover 3. It's just sometimes you just gotta man up. Maybe you have a secondary. Well, I can't even say that because the Vikings, you got the emergence of Jordan Addison, so you can't really double Justin Jefferson because Jordan Addison can go for 100 on any given night too. You know, and I can't be a hater. I gotta give love to that Vikings defense, bro. Brian Flores, what he is calling this season, he gonna get a head coaching job somewhere, bro. The pressure they would generate on Jordan Love, and one thing I have about Jordan Love, when you pressure him, you start making him overthink, and he start forcing the ball in tight windows, and that's how he throws picks. I don't think he had one tonight, which is still, yeah, he didn't have one tonight, but he didn't have a good game. I didn't like nothing I seen from Jordan Love really tonight. Nothing. He didn't impress me at all. But they generated pressure on Jordan Love, and that's how you beat the Packers. You generate pressure on Jordan Love, make him overthink, and you will win. Because our defense is good, but we're a little injured on defense, right? In the secondary. Front 7 is pretty good in my opinion. But we're not beating good teams. And I don't see us making it that far in the playoffs, to be real. I don't. Maybe second round. I don't see an NFC championship push. I hope so. I just don't see it. I'm be realistic. I don't, because we cannot beat good teams consistently on any given night. All teams with great records like the Packers, we lost to. We lost to. Any 10-win team, we lost to. We lost to the Eagles, like I said. We lost to the Vikings twice. Lost to the Lions twice. That's all I really have to say. Because the second half wasn't any prettier, you know? And one thing I will say, we cannot. We got hot late in the fourth. In the fourth quarter. We scored 59 extra points in the fourth. But by that time, it's too late. It's too late. Like, Green Bay is super talented, bro. But we have to control the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, which that's something that we like to do. Get the run game going and take checkdowns. Because the deep pass is going to be there. I know we didn't have Christian Watson, but the deep pass is going to be there. Just take the check down sometime, man. Please, just take the check down. And one thing I like from the Vikings, I will say, I like how they got Justin Jefferson involved in different ways. Because, like I said, they were playing good defense on Jay Jettis. I give them that. I need a little water. They were playing good defense on Justin Jefferson. But they started doing RPOs. And RPOs was killing us tonight. They started doing RPOs, get him in rhythm, get him the ball, and that's how you handle superstars when teams are really focused on them. You have to get them the ball in different ways. And Kevin O'Connell and that offensive coordinator really figured out a way to give him the ball, and I really, really like that. I really do. And that's how you do it. In the Vikings, man, people might say they're not a believer in the Vikings, but I'm a believer in that defense. I truly am. That defense can smother anybody any given night. Because they're really a man defense. They run the blitz. They trust that their guys can lock up your receiver. They trust that. So when you have a defense like that, and they're proven because they're 14-2. So when you have a defense like that, man, and you got Sam Darnold playing his best football, hey, you destined for great things. Now I don't know how far they can make it in the playoffs. And seeding is a big issue. A big thing for them. It's gonna take a little luck, but hey, they possibly can make a deep playoff run. You never know. You never know. Now let's talk about a little more games around the league. Do I want to talk about the ass whooping that the Cowboys got? A lot of these games ain't really much to talk about. I do, just for shits and giggles. We'll talk about the Cowboys and their ass whooping, because Saquon. We'll talk about this. So, all right, Eagles beat the Cowboys 41-7, ass whooping. Kenny Pickett really didn't, do too much. 10-15, 143, one tud, but he got hurt. I think it's like a rib injury or something. And Tanner McKee stepped in. He was 3 for 4, 54 yards, 2 tuds. But Saquon is the ninth player in NFL history to have 2,000 receiving yards. The last person to do it before him was Derrick Henry in 2020. So he was 31 for 167. Devontae Smith was 6 receptions for 120. He had a good game with 2 tuds. AJ Brown 3 receptions, 36 yards, and Grant Caltero 1 reception for 34 yards. So Saquon is like 100 and something yards away from Eric Dickerson's record. I think he's gonna break it, and it's crazy how he will break it against the Giants. That'll be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. And I'm gonna watch that game. I didn't expect nothing out of this game, to be real. But it's Cowboys. I'm gonna talk about them. Rico Dowdell, 23 carries, 104 yards. Cooper Rush, 15 for 28, 147, 1 touch, 2 picks. One of them was a pick 6. And that was really what opened the game for the Eagles. C.J. Gardner-Johnson caught a pick, took it to the crib. So like I said, I ain't got much to say about the Cowboys. We know they suck. They're 7-9. Get some draft picks. That's all I got to say about them. All right. Another ass whooping was the Buccaneers beat the Panthers. Yeah, I ain't got much to say. Baker Mayfield had a good game. He was going crazy, but it's the Panthers. I mean, he was 27 for 32, 359, 5 touchdowns. Bucky Irvin, 20 carries, 113 yards. Mike Evans, 8 receptions, 97 yards, 2 touchdowns. Is he at 1,000 receiving yards yet? Ah, he's close. Ooh. Oh, he's gonna get that. Never mind. He's super. He's not. He had 915. Yeah, he gonna get that. Yeah, he good. He's getting that. Yeah, he's super close. Now one game I do want to talk about because of the MVP race and how close it is the Bills. They beat the the Jets, right? 40-14. Josh Allen really didn't have that crazy of a game. So I don't know if this really helps his MVP case anymore. I mean, they put up 40 against the Jets, but he was 16 for 27, 182, 2 tuds. But if you ask me today, I still got Lamar. I really do. I just think we can't ignore the stats, bro. We can't. Yeah, so he didn't have a crazy game to help his campaign at all. I think if this game he goes for like 250 passing yards and 80 rushing yards, because he can do that even given night. That helps his case even more. I mean, this game, like I said, he didn't really go too crazy. So they just picked up a good dub. Yeah, I think really that's all I have for NFL. I mean, the Raiders beat the Saints 25-10, and Dolphins beat the Browns 20-3. Yada yada, yada yada. So I think that's like I said, that's all I really got for the NFL. Oh, whoa, 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 no. Pause. How did I forget to talk about this Patriots and Colts game? The Colts get stunned by the Patriots. They lost. I'm tripping. The Giants and Colts. I'm tripping. The Giants stunned the Colts. 45-30. You give up 45 to the Giants? The Giants. Malik Neighbors had a career game, best game of his season. Best game of his rookie season by far. Man. Drew Lock was out there dealing. 17 for 23, 309, 4 tuds. Come on, bro. But they lost the number one spot. And that's why I said Patriots, because the Patriots got number one spot now. But they lost their number one spot to the Patriots. Malik Neighbors, 7 receptions, 171 yards, 2 tuds. Wandale Robinson, 5 receptions, 71 yards, 1 tud. Hey, bro. It's a good game for the Giants. I think I want to lose this game though to try to get that number one pick and get your door. But hey, I had to talk about that right quick because I can't believe the Colts just went up there and lost to the Giants. Joe Flacco, he's a gunslinger. 26 for 38, 330, 2 tuds, 2 picks. Jonathan Taylor, 32 carries, 125 yards, 2 tuds. And you look at the receiver, man, the defense couldn't stop nothing, though. It's just Alec Pierce, 6 receptions, 122 yards, 1 tud. Michael Pitt, 9 receptions, 109 yards, 1 tud. The defense, bro, they couldn't stop a nosebleed. A nosebleed. But hey, big win for the Giants to spoil the Colts season. Now they're not making it to the playoffs. Big win for them. I still think they get Shador. So it's not going to stop much. All right. Now I do want to talk about, so the NBA is finding, I wish I could play the clip, but I ain't got no money to give give these people. The NBA has fined Anthony Edwards $100K for saying, I quote, "I don't do overtime, so F it," in the post-game interview. And just being, yeah, we can say you gotta have media training, media savvy, but Ant just being who he is. And I kind of want him to he need to take heed to it because fines ain't gonna do him and just get bigger. So he probably gonna tone down on it a little bit. But the NBA, man, turning into the no fun league. NFL, no fun league. That's what the NBA is turning into. It's just you gotta let people talk. I know kids probably watch and hey, let the man talk, bro. Let them talk. The kid, I know they watch, but let them talk. It probably help the ratings out, honestly. You get a little, a little wild. And to get even wilder, it was a fight between Tyler Hero and Amen Thompson. That's gonna help the ratings out. People want to see that. That's what people want to see. You want to see fights. You want to see some punches being thrown. I don't know what the script writer's writing, but they trying to they cook the song because them ratings they need help. They need help with that. Yeah, they need some help. All right, got another stat for you. Players with 13 sacks in first 5 out of 8 seasons in NFL history. Reggie White, T.J. Watt, and Myles Garrett. It's Myles Garrett's birthday. Well, it was yesterday because it's pretty late. So happy birthday, belated birthday to Myles Garrett. Yeah, I think not the Giants. I'm tripping. The Browns move on from him this season, not because he's Myles Garrett. He's playing phenomenal, but just give him a chance to win somewhere because you're not winning in Cleveland. Not they're many pieces away from winning anything. So I think they get rid of him to just give him an opportunity to be better. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, this will revert back to the Giants. This was the first time the Giants had scored 45 points since 2015 against the Saints, which is crazy. Let's switch to our been talking about NBA. So the LA Lakers trade D'Angelo Russell for Dorian Finney-Smith. And there's one other player. Who was it? Well, we're gonna talk about that, the trade. D'Lo, man. D'Lo, he had a crazy NBA career. Because even looking at this article from Bleacher Report, D'Lo NBA journey has been crazy. He was drafted by the Lakers number 2 pick, traded to the Nets, traded to the Warriors, traded to the Wolves, traded back to the Lakers, and traded back to the Nets. So he's really been a journey, man. And his best season by far was that season with the Nets. He was hooping. I just think when D'Lo confidence, he loses his confidence, bro. He just can't hoop. I mean, he can hoop. He's in the NBA, of course, he can hoop, but he just don't look good on the court. And one thing about professional athletes, confidence is everything. You got to believe in any given night that you're the best player on the court. Even if you're on the court with LeBron, you still got to think, hey, I'm one of the best to be on the court with LeBron. So I just think his confidence is gone. Hopefully he can rejuvenate himself and tap back into that D'Lo Nets and just be better. Just be better overall because the Lakers thing really wasn't that good. He had good flashes, but this season he's been awful. He's been terrible. I ain't gonna lie. And no hate to D'Lo, because in the NBA I'm not, but he's been pretty bad. So Dorian Finney-Smith is a shooter, so the Lakers will get somebody who can shoot threes, give you some defense. He's a wing, so you get somebody who can give you quality minutes. He's a good rotational player. So this really helps for them more than it helps the Nets because the Nets ain't trying to win, so they're trying to get flagged. But that is gonna do it for episode 15 of Clutch Conversations, man. Man, I don't think y'all understand how happy I've been because they gave me that advice. Because, man, last night I was on cloud nine, bro. I'm just like, just hearing the name Clutch Conversations in the masses. It's just, man, it's just lovely. And if you made it this far, I love you. I love you. And who knows, one day, man, I might be on there one day. That's the goal. I think that's one thing I really want to do is to be on Nightcap one day and give my takes or my 2 cents about certain topics. Because I think I'm a knowledgeable person when it comes to sports. And just, I'm young, but I have good knowledge, a little wisdom for my age. But like I said, I just appreciate everybody, bro. Cause I just been grinding. Everyone who's been with me supporting this grind, I love you. I thank you. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mama, your cousin, your everybody. When your newborn is born, make him a YouTube account and hit sub to Clutch Conversations on YouTube. Follow us on IG at Clutch Conversations. Follow us on TikTok at Clutch Conversations. I still gotta make a Twitter, but that's gonna do it. I thank y'all and I love y'all. Peace.